Thank you for joining us. I'm Henry Rosales, Vice President of Strategic Events for CoreNet Global. I'm here with my colleagues from Access Marketing and our virtual event platform partner, the Scarrett Group. To be most effective and to minimize background noise, we have muted all lines. Our goal is for you to experience firsthand the platform we'll be using for both the EMEA and North American Virtual Summit. We will focus today on the interactive trade show, but there are also other aspects of the virtual event that will have sponsorship opportunities available. Although these virtual events can never fully replace a face-to-face summit, I believe it'll be a great alternative as we all work through this pandemic. So let's get started. I'll turn it over to my colleague, Gary from the Scarrett Group. Gary?
Thank you very much, Henry, and thank you all for your time today. We look forward to showcasing our platform for you here today. And at this time, you should be seeing the exterior of our virtual conference center here. And of course, as you'll notice, everything will be branded. Individuals will have their own credentials for login and provided a unique password for logging into the platform. Please note that as we go through, we will be here on the back end of the platform to support you in any way, shape, or form. So not only are we here to support with attendees getting logged into the platform, but additionally, we will be supporting with all technical aspects. So we will now enter into the platform. And the first thing that you're going to notice is that we've really tried to humanize this experience as much as possible. So the first location here that you're coming into is the lobby space. And here, as you can see, there are already some opportunities for sponsorship and branding. To the left here, these panels will stay here with the CoreNet Global Virtual Experience Acknowledgement. However, the panels to the right here can incorporate some different elements for your sponsorship. You would have the opportunity here to hyperlink these out to your specific website or have just acknowledgements of different components. And then please note that prior to the attendees logging in this very first time, they will have access to the platform in advance. That way they can acclimate accordingly and come into this platform with some understanding of how it navigates the day of your actual meeting. So please note that you have a map down here in which attendees will be able to utilize in order to utilize for getting from one location to the next. So I'd like to start with a couple of the networking locations which will be utilized the day of the event. First, the collaboration space. All of these are independent locations in which can be utilized for networking with other attendees and colleagues by utilizing the chat function down here. So these are interactive spaces, and you'll see here as I bring up the chat function, you've got a couple of different icons that are here at the top. The first is an icon acknowledging that you of your availability or where you are within inside of the platform. I will come back to that and acknowledge that you can put up specific notes here. So if you are operating a booth, you can go ahead and change that out, or you can just have a traditional acknowledgement here in one of these available or unavailable acknowledgements. Additionally, here you have the opportunity to see all of your other individuals that are within the space, and now you're seeing that they are available and accessible. And as you can see here, my colleague Mitch has just interacted with me. The beauty about the platform here is that because of our unique elements inside of this platform, you can now either engage in additional communication, and as you can see here, you can have multiple communications that are ongoing and engage with attendees either via emojicon, traditional text format, or you can also engage with some communication in a live capacity. So you're going to see here, I'm going to turn on the camera here, and now I can engage with my colleague Mitch. So that is myself coming on screen, and then you're going to see my colleague Mitch. Hello, Mitch. Thank you very much, sir. And thank you for that short demonstration. I'm going to go ahead and close out this call, but please note that that chat functionality is going to be embedded throughout the entire platform. So not only are you able to utilize it here in the collaboration spaces, but you can also utilize this over in one of our other networking functions that you're going to see here, which is our cafeteria. And this is listed as the cafeteria, and you're going to see here, excuse me, that there is an additional opportunity here for some branding. Wherever you see these Scarrett Group logos, we can change these out and brand this accordingly for your group or your specific organization. Again, once more, same functionality for attendees remains here. You can contact individuals, you can create groups in which you can now invite additional attendees to, or again, change the acknowledgement of where you are within the platform. Please note that in addition to having the opportunity to connect via video, you can also connect via phone if you would prefer to just have that audio connection. So now moving into the exhibit hall, where you would be able to host your live vendor exhibits, you're going to note that we have a few different versionings here. I'm going to start off in the small booth and showcase the functionality of this booth. However, you will note that as we go from one booth to the next, the content will change. Now, because of this tiered process of a small, medium, or large size booth, each booth has a certain set of parameters and criteria which can fill the different content areas here or media outlets. So as you open up here, you can quickly see this is a poster, but it is acknowledging all of the different components that are able to be accessed in a small booth. So here in a small booth, you're going to see that we have one page or one pane that is able to have content and media being displayed. You're going to have one location in which you can showcase a video for your attendees in a demonstration capacity, as well as 8 different downloadable option areas, which I will showcase for you, and then 3 hyperlink options. Please note that whenever I refer to hyperlink, it's not taking you out of the platform. It is simply hyperlinking it to a different piece of media. So just as we clicked on this particular poster, it brought this poster up. However, that is one of those hyperlinks, so that would be one of your 3 hyperlinks. Additionally, you would also have a one exhibit only registration, which would allow you access to the virtual exhibit hall, as well as post-event booth attendance list and analytics. So I'll take us back out so that you can see the entirety of the booth here. These are the 3 areas in which you would be able to hyperlink. So one here, one to the right, and then down here in the kiosk as well. And then additionally here, as you can see, you have the screen here, which can showcase video. I will showcase a short video for us all on the large booth as we transition from one to the next. However, all of the booths will have the same functionality as far as the ability to communicate with individuals. This is that download component. So as you can see here, you can have different elements that your attendees are able to download. They can also archive this in their personal favorites. Also here, you will note that the platform will remain open for 30 days. So, so attendees can come back, visit these spaces, come to these booths, and even though that booth owner may not be there at that time, they would have the option of having a Q&A, which should be now linked to that booth owner's email address. So again, if the booth owner is away, they can simply come into this area and make a short acknowledgement that they are away from this particular booth at that time, and now attendees will understand that they will be able to engage in that Q&A, which would again link to that booth owner's email address. Lastly here, you do have, again, the same functionality as acknowledged prior with all the different chat elements. You can either group individuals and take them into a chat and turn on camera, or you can simply have an audio connection if you would prefer. But as you'll see here, I can turn on the camera for individuals, and now people can join this meeting with me. So again, a wide range of functionality. The last element here is the calendar option, where you, if that booth owner may not be there or present at the current time, you can come in and quickly arrange a predetermined time to meet with that individual. So you're going to see there, I can select different times for our meeting, the date in which we would like to host the meeting, and availability is here off to the right so that you can quickly make that meeting scheduled with the booth owner and now have some communication one-to-one. And I'm going to, oh, and as you can see here, Mitch has just asked me if we may be able to go ahead and have a quick meeting here regarding this particular booth. And yes, absolutely we can. And as you will see here, let's go ahead and bring Mitch in via camera again. So we're ringing Mitch. And now Mitch is able to interact with me. And of course here, we can expand this visual if we would like to as well. And now Mitch and myself are here and able to now discuss our specific topic. Thank you, Mitch. And now we're going to go ahead and transition to showcase some of the other booths. So this again was the small booth, one panel. As you are going to see now, as we transition into the medium-sized booth, the medium-sized booth is going to have 2 of these panels. So now you're going to see us pan from left to right, and now you have additional media elements which can be incorporated into this particular booth. As I pull up the poster here, you're going to see that the booth owner in the medium-sized booth will have a bit more content that they can acknowledge. So again, the two panels, one going from left and one from the right. Now you have 2 locations for video that can be hosting, as well as 10 different downloadable options now, 6 different hyperlinks, 2 exhibitor-only registrations, and again, that same additional post-event content information and analytics. So again, these are your hyperlinks. Attendees have the ability to pan from left to right, and again, now having all of your different downloadable elements. Once more here, I will now go ahead and move us over to a large booth. We actually have a couple of different versions that you can see here. One being the large booth here, and now as you're seeing the 3 different panels, you now have additional media that can be incorporated as well. So again, once more now, you have the 3 different panels. You have 3 locations in which you can host video, 15 different areas in which downloadable content can be shown, or 9 different areas where you can hyperlink content, 3 exhibitor registrations, and then again, the same reporting and analytics post-program. So one thing that I did want to showcase in this area is the video functionality. So I'll bring up a short video here for us to see and how your attendees would be able to view this content. Beautiful. So as you can see there, a great opportunity to showcase different media for your attendees and engage with them in many different networking fashions. I will just quickly take us over to one other booth because as you're seeing here, this really has those 3 different spaces which you would be able to post those videos. However, if you do not have any videos that you wanted to showcase, we can also transition and change the environment a bit here so that you don't have that big area in the middle being taken up by a TV panel. And now you can see here, you've got all the same content and different hyperlinks now. So these would just be additional hyperlinks in place of that video that you would previously see in some of the other booths. So again, you will have options. And please note that here, the SCARET team is a fully supporting system for you all and making sure that your content is being displayed in the fashion that you would like, as well as your booth has the look and feel that you would like. So we will work with you 100%. There is no need for anyone to become a super user. All of this will be managed by our side in an effort to assist you all. So I hope that this was informational for everyone. And Henry, I will open the line back up for you, sir.
Great, thanks, Gary. After spending time with us, I hope you agree our upcoming virtual summits will be an excellent opportunity for you to continue to make connections. I know some of you may not have participated in virtual events before, and my team is committed to providing white glove service and to guide you through the process and make this a success. These virtual events are just a couple of the many ways CoreNet Global is helping you market your product and stay in touch. But the conversation won't stop here. If you have additional questions, we are here to answer them. My team and I will be reaching out in the coming days. Thank you and be safe. Great.